Oh, 'cause that's my fun day. Why is that song not remixed or mashed up? My I don't have to run day. Oh yeah, Phil the Issues guy. He's my boy. Holla at your boy, Phil.
Man in Black is Arnold, says Moose. And Critch says Hopkins just.
Hello, how's it going? I'm just writing to Donald Trump. He says, I will make our government honest again, believe me. But first, I'm going to have to drain the swamp in DC. Hashtag drain the swamp. Well, I was about to be skeptical, but then you said, believe me. What else are you selling, disgusting orange guy? Send. You can kiss my ass. What do I do to incur the doxing wrath of Devon Tracy? Both parties are equally offended in my poll. What? So stupid. So dumb. So boring. Oh, fucking good lord. Well, somebody accused me in a question. He goes, what's up with you and your fucking live streams, man? You do your live streams of you making videos. You think you're like fucking Picasso making a painting. And so I named this video just that. It's really fascinating because if you show somebody self-esteem, just normal level confidence, success, self-esteem, strength, they freak out. I mean, some guy just called me a nobody. He goes, why are you even paying attention to Devon? He's a nobody. This guy had like 50 followers on Twitter, no YouTube account. Nobody knows who the fuck this guy is. It's such a clear case of projection that it's just sad. It's just like, good lord, man, get a grip. Devon, let's get the show on the road. Okay, well, as my first act of this show, that's a good singer. Oh yeah, who's singing that? Here's my first act as the show begins with you in a timeout. Go think about that. Stalkers in the house. I'm just making a video right now, and then I'm going to the gym so I can pump iron and skip leg day for the billionth day in a row. You ready? Let's see who else is talking shit. Why are you talking shit? Hillary is not Merkel. Exactly. Talking some good sense into somebody there. Merkel's actually a pretty good leader. Minus a couple major oversights. But there's more things in the world than just one issue. People don't really factor that in. That being said, that is a major issue and a blunder, and she probably deserves to get bounced out of office. Yeah, Steve. Yep. Okay. What is Reese talking about? Casper. What's this?
You'll see in most places in South.
Oh, dude, 27 minutes. I can't hack. Okay, we're good to go. 5 minutes. What you got? Spit at me. We have 5 minutes before gank. I hope there is a chat in there. Last of the Modekins. God, you guys are still just fill in the blank for Deke. Yeah, well, I heard he was valedictorian of his high school year. That was just a rumor. It smells like Deke's spirit. Here's a major question. What is Deke's last name? And Deke, Doc, you don't stop until the Deke. The Deke titles are amazingly creative. Are they? It sounds like it's a whole industry. Courtney Chick from the Halsey remix video, a friend of yours? She is hot as fuck. No, it's a friend of mine. Yeah, I just brought her over. Production value. I use all my Patreon money. I'm just rolling in it. It's some video I found, artsy fartsy. I forget the original track, but I edited a little bit of it and then just set it to that song. Deke Diggler, that's nice. Deke is an anonymous cunt. I think Dekegate should be a hashtag, and I think we should probably ask Shives about it, but it's hard to get to him. Devon, do the toilets in Germany have that shelf you have to shit on? Yeah, they have that. a few weird things going on. Yeah, actually, they have good bathroom tech in general. Not like Japan, but in terms of bathroom doors, they're good and they're clean and they work and you can't see through them. Like in America, you would just scope out some guy taking a shit. Deek shaves. Yeah, it's just the Hitchhiker's Deek to the Galaxy. Just anything. It's just whatever floats into your brain at the moment. It's amazing. Very creative. Very charming. So what is this thing that Jank's doing? Is it, let me see, new questions? Anybody notice me? Notice me. All right, would you go on DP then if they paid you up front? They could possibly, if they wanted you on bad enough, if yes, discuss with Ben. Are they that desperate for content and drama? I don't even hate that. Yeah, well, what are we going to talk about? Devon, are you saying all? Exactly. Devon, have you banged Peyton? Be honest, does your girlfriend know how hot she is? Jesus Christ. No. She is most likely a figment of our imagination, and she lives in America. So there's that. Devin, you have 666 answers. Are you trying to say something? Be clever. Ready, steady, go. No, nothing. Sometimes you got to know when to abort. Out of the four horsemen, who wrote the best book in order to get through to a religious person? Sam was clinical and cutthroat and the most effective, I believe. Okay. We've got, what is the topic? It's got to be, he's talking about the election, right? Where are you? Oh. Chat is disabled. Oh, naughty. My chat isn't disabled. Terrible music. Let me try a refresh on that. Let me see what. 21. Okay, that update's live. Look at that PNG they brought of him. Wait, talks at Google. Google only has 500,000 subs here. It started the stream. Gank Uber. There's nothing. Okay. I like how they made him kind of small here. They have all this like extra space, but they're like, no. Let's not get that brownness up in our face. The fans want you to give you your commentaries and whatnot. Yeah, the fans, right. The fans despise me. Devin, did you watch this? It's pretty good. Yeah, Bill Maher kicks ass. He's been going off, man. A lot of people coming out of the woodwork to just be like, wait a minute. We cannot mess around, huh? Let's see. Lay Deek, say chic. That's nice. We can hear you peeing. You cannot. I double checked that. All right. I wonder if Gank gets nervous for these things, or if he's just sort of winging it. He's going to feel obligated to rip on Trump, but then part of him is going to say, but Hillary is no good either. And then he's going to feel the pressure of, wait a minute, I've been ripping on Hillary. I don't want to get too crazy here. Don't vote for Jill Stein. Don't be like my idiot colleagues and not vote. I mean, we have to vote for Clinton. But she's a bitch, and she needs to be out of office in 4 years. He's trying to do all those things right now. But he's going to rip Trump, and he's going to go hard on Trump. He's going to say he's a loser. And he's bankrupt, and he's a liar, and he's this and that. Can't believe they're making us wait. Wait a minute, 174 people watching on a channel with 500,000? Surely some people would just swing by just out of curiosity. How does that make sense? I don't get that. Why not enable the chat? It's not like they have to read it. I got Deke. I don't know which jokes have been said and which haven't, so I'm just going to throw mine in there. In fact, I'll add fuel to the fire here. Where is that? Let me find it for you. It's legendary. That ain't it. What do you guys think of that video I just made? Think it has potential? Does anybody care? Pussy. Was that it? No.
The pussy. Having them by the pussy.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's okay to tell this. We don't have any nigger lovers here. Deke. We don't have any nigger lovers here. I already asked that nigger that works here. Nigger that works here.
Nigger that works here.
Deke. 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 Deke.
Steve, how big is your...
Deke.
Girls have pussies, men have...
Deke. Deke.
What was his name?
Deke.
Who's your friend?
Deke.
What did he say?
Deke.
He just said his name to you?
Deke.
And then he told you about niggers?
Nigger. Pussy. Nigger.
So he's such an actor. He tries so hard to make it seem like he cares about something. It's like, no. Why is this stream dying on me? Here we go. Here we go. Oh god.
And that's my final judgment.
This is a
What does the ideal
highlight.
look like?
A highlight reel. They're advertising.
It's capture time!
Yeah.
Welcome to what, the flick?
I finished watching it and I thought, oh, that was nice.
I watch incest porn.
At CES.
Welcome back to another FIFA
Francis!
Challenge.
We want to completely revitalize the Democratic Party and make it a party of the people.
What's happening to millennials, the demographic that's most impacted by this?
Who cares? Yeah! Ew, ew.
We're not the Young Turks, you're the Young Turks.
No, the Young Turks are genocidal maniacs from Turkey, but yeah.
See?
Oh, I want to see him walk. I want to see him wobble. Look at that. We got a hipster. We got a millennial hipper. Hippie hipster. Red shoes. Red Shoe Diaries.
Thank you guys, that was very nice.
Ew, look at him.
Jang,
God.
welcome to Google. Welcome to Chicago.
Thank you guys, thank you. We're not
Feedback.
Google, you're Google.
Feedback.
So tell me, you just shared a story
It's literally an echo chamber.
with me, like when you flew in here to Chicago. How big is TYT? 5 billion views. We've just seen.
If you count every view, yeah, if you count everyone from every sub channel, yeah, exactly. And there are cat videos that have 5 billion views too, but go.
Yeah, so it's one thing to see the numbers and people throw around numbers, et cetera. It's another thing to see it in real life. So this morning I'm getting a cab from the hotel to come here, and the guy getting the cab says to me, "Oh my God, I just saw you this morning. I was just watching you." And he said, "This is like out of a movie." But what's the cooler part of that story is that he then explained to me that he was making breakfast for his son, and that they now have a morning ritual.
The revolution of news. I can't believe independent media. Independent, you're sponsored by Qatar. independent. And I think he got funding from some conservative nutbag before that. And they talk about getting money out of politics, but money out of news? No, that's money in our pocket. That's cool. Revolution. You're not news. There is no revolution. The revolution will not be televised. It will not be streamed. The revolution shall not be streamed.
Where they flip around YouTube and they watch it together. So it's a whole new world. In the old days, that would have been local news or that
Little
would have
Mermaid.
been Good Morning America. Now they probably don't even know what that is. I mean, and it used to be people under the age of 25.
Devon, it's actually Aladdin.
Had no idea, about old media. Now I think it's under the age of 35. Have no idea. I mean, when I go to talk to young audience.
Look at that reaction shot. This just weird meth head just looking at him like, what?
And I ask him, does anyone know who's the primetime news anchor of ABC, CBS, or NBC? None of them know.
Oh God, are you an anchor? You weigh like an anchor, the same amount.
None of them.
Yeah.
But the end of my thought is, but taxi cab drivers recognize me because that's just how popular. I'm winning. Except you're not. And you're reviled by everyone. But I just lost my place.
As an olive farmer in southeastern Turkey.
Oh.
And one of the revolutions.
Getting the backstory here.
Is public education. So he wound up getting public education.
Well, tell me about your father. Tell me about how many Armenians did he kill.
And got a free public education.
Who cares? You were raised in New Jersey. Yeah. La.
Otherwise, we'd have never gotten off that farm. Right now, I'd be an olive farmer in southeastern Turkey getting shelled by ISIS. So we have made a tremendous amount of progress. So my dad got to build a business in Turkey. He sold it. He came here. And I remember when I came here and I was 8 years old because I'd lived in a big city in Istanbul. Lots of concrete, tall buildings. And then we moved to the suburbs of New Jersey. And I thought that was nirvana. I was like, oh my God, look at this utopia called New Jersey. And there's grass everywhere. I'm like, this giant house. I'm like, how many families are living here? They're like, no, just us. I'm like, this is amazing. I love America. So that's how we came over. And then I wound up getting a decent education and off we go. And so all that was made possible by that earlier revolution.
Okay.
I'm all about revolutions. There was the Olive Revolution. It was the New Jersey Revolution. I'm just a man of the revolution.
To the left. But I also heard that you have been quite conservative.
Oh God, he's French.
In the past. What has really changed you?
Yeah, so it's two things have changed. Some of my views have changed a little bit, but I think that actually Washington has changed more. I think a lot of my views are similar to what they were when I was growing up as a so-called liberal Republican in New Jersey. Of course, that just doesn't exist anymore. There are no liberal Republicans left, but there were when I was growing up. And so, I'm considered way left, I guess, in America. I bet in Europe, I'd be considered right down the middle. Like, I look at Jeremy Corbyn and I like his revolution. I look at some of his views and I go,
great revolution. Oh, look at that face. Look at her.
A little left, right? I'm going to do a town hall at YouTube Space LA this Friday with Jill Stein. And John Oliver just quoted one of my earlier interviews with her in his show on Sunday. And in that section, we're talking about how, she's going to get rid of all student debt. And I was like, it's a little left. It's a little left. So, what changed? One, my eyes got open to the marketing of the Republicans. They're great at marketing, but so they'll say, oh, okay, we want to balance the budget. Really? You got a funny way of showing it, right? The last Republican president to leave office with a balanced budget was Dwight Eisenhower, who, by the way, now would be too liberal for the Democratic Party. So the entire spectrum has changed. They're like, oh my God, we hate amnesty. Who did amnesty? Ronald Reagan. Flat out amnesty, right? And so I think there's some chance that Reagan, in some of his positions, would be considered too liberal for the Democrats, let alone the Republicans. So there's this massive rightward shift, but in the political landscape in Washington, not in the country. If you do polling in the country America is solidly progressive on almost every single issue. Immigration, taxes, Social Security, you name it. And then, of course, the Iraq War. Al Gore was the first Democrat I ever voted for. I watched the debates. I have eyes. And I was like, the one guy is way smarter than the other guy. And then once Bush got in office and he's like, oh, we're going to Iraq. I'm like, what? I don't get it. They didn't attack us. Like, why are people missing the big picture of they did not attack us? And so I was off that crazy train at that point, and then they started torturing people, and that's not what I signed up for. So that was a super easy decision by that time.
Okay. Let's switch gears a bit and talk about the Young Turks. So it started out as a radio show, and now you're at a stage where you have 5 billion, right? 5 billion views and 8 million subscribers across the network. Can you tell us, like, what really the step was from a radio show to actually online video show?
So there's a couple aspects to that. First, I always wanted to do online video, even way before I started the radio show. So back in '98, I wrote an email to my friends, and I said, oh, it's online video is going to take off, and it is going to merge/replace TV. And they're like, oh, you're crazy.
Oh my God. Can't take credit for that.
I know, I'm positive it's going to happen. And so we, at the time that we started the Young Turks.
I'm bored. Fuck him. Dull. Same shit over and over. I'm done with that. No.
Views live on.
I'm gonna go to the gym. It's over.
For posting videos of his self-styled shop.
Oh, I'll post up the video later. I wish you all a good night. Talk to you soon.